Hey everyone, this is Amir. I'm going to tell you how to implement and create textures and materials for Meta Horizon worlds. Here we have a 3D model of a spring, and if you see it, have a simpler material. I'm going to turn the white into some sort of goldish state. So first of all, we should care about the poly count and the vertex count of our 3D assets, since there are some limitations in Meta Horizon World desktop software. So we need to turn on the statistics here, and here we will have the poly counts and vertex counts of our 3D assets in the scene. Since we have a low poly asset here, we don't care about the poly counts right now, but we can go to next step for creating the material and make it ready for export to Meta Horizon World desktop. So let me first go to shading tab, and here we have our 3D asset and this node-based material design. So here, since my current 3D asset only has one material, I just need to modify and adapt it and bake it. But if you have a model that has multiple materials, you can do it in two ways. You can bake all the materials into one texture, but also you can have separated materials for only one asset. So if you have 2 or 3 materials, you can export it, but you should bake the texture for each material separately. So here I'm gonna press Shift and A, and here from texture I will have this image texture. So I'm gonna make a new texture. I can call it whatever, but here I can call it base color. And the resolution is suitable. 1K is enough for this simple object. After getting sure that both texture and object is selected and the union wrap is also working great, so we just need to hit the bake, diffuse, but let me add here, base color. And if I currently hit the bake button, let's see what happens. You will have a black and white texture. That's why, since in the Blender we have metallic for this material, we should turn it to 0 and bake it again, and you will have this kind of color-based stuff. And so here we can save it as a I don't know, let me just spring gold matte, and we can save it as base color, getting sure that you have RGB channel here, not RGB, and that's it. Just save it. So now let's jump to bake the roughness part. So here we choose roughness, and here again all the things is right. We can also create another texture instead of overwriting. Let's call it roughness, and let's bake it. That's it. So here is the roughness, and if I save it here, I should care that this specific texture, since roughness is a one channel and we should have it as a single channel texture, we should hit BW button here instead of RGB or RGBA, and save it. So now it's time to go to our MIDI software to adjust the textures that we have generated and adapted for importing to Meta Horizon Worlds. So here we have two different options. If you're running on Mac or Linux, you should run it as a Python file You can here in Windows we have a standalone app that it's here. By just pressing it, it will pop up. First, if you run it at first, you may face an error that you should consent since the publisher is unknown. But I'm gonna tell you how it works. In GitHub, you can see how you can run it using Python library. It's not tough. You just need to follow the steps in the GitHub. But here we have a standard image, and in the material name we should put copy this Spring material. So we just need to access to our generated materials. Let me find it. It's here, Spring Gold Mat. Okay, so for the base color, we should just drag and drop it here as RGB, and for roughness here. And after that, we should just press generate, and for the URL, you can hit here. You can add a folder, adjust it, and that's it. Spring VR is ready. So if I just press it, here is our texture. So if I just export my current 3D model from here as FBX, and everything is fine. I just need to put it in a correct place. Doesn't matter, I just wanted to have it accessible. And here we have the spring with the texture that is baked. So here I just need to edit both texture and model. And since the pivot points in this case doesn't matter for us, but it does matter actually. The pivot point of the spring is at the bottom, but if I press, if I deactivate this, it will move into middle. So it cares actually, since I'm gonna make it compressed and just like that as the real spring function. So I will keep it as it is. So I just hit import, and let's see how it's going to be imported here. But here you will have all the options that Meta Horizon World support. So based on each options, you will need to add separate generated texture, baked texture here, drag and drop it. For example, if I choose metal image, we should have RGB color, roughness, metallic, emission, and occlusion here. All of this RGB stands for single channel images. So here when you see RGB, you should have a 3-channel image here, but if you see in the parentheses only one word, one letter, you should figure it out. It's a single channel texture, so you should just drag and drop it accordingly based on your material, and just hit the generate button, and it will adjust the name of it. If you see here, and you will get notice that you, for some materials, you should also change the material in Blender. For example, Spring doesn't work for masked image, so we need to change our Blender name, for example, here into masked, and then export it again. But since it's not the material that we wanted, so let's just ignore it. So let's see what happens in Horizon Worlds. It's successfully imported. Let's place it, and you see this golden spring, and you will notice that it also have some roughness. So good luck.